Cricket games have rarely been known for their graphics. Ashes 2009 is pretty much the only cricket title that is known for being visually great. But Pigan Studios have delivered some great looking games along with some not so great looking games over the years. Let's compare 4 of their recent titles and see which one is better in the graphics department. Cricket 22 is the first and only cricket game for PS5 and Xbox Series X, so it should be the best looking game, right? Maybe, but it isn't a clear winner by any means at all. Since Pigan Studios have tried so many different visual styles, which is unlike any other franchise. For example, FIFA games have had the same style for years, but Cricket 19 feels different to 22. 22 and Ashes 17 feel similar. DBC 17 feels completely different than the rest. So it is kind of tough to compare. Anyway, Cricket 22 is a game that is made to look as realistic and as accurate to real life as possible. Toned down colors from 19, shadows and the lighting especially is very well done. These games have always looked great during night games. Developers somehow have never had a problem when it comes to night lighting. Lights bouncing off helmets, the ground looks beautiful, players look nice, at least for the most part. But day games have never even been close to looking great. It's usually been downright average or worse. 22 is a huge improvement in this area. Shadows and the basic lighting itself has been nailed down. The game will remind you a lot of Ashes 2017. They have very similar visual styles, from the gritty lighting to the way player models look. The series went back to a realistic simulation style art design after experimenting a more arcadey design with Cricket 19, where the game did look great, but realism wasn't the focus. As I said, Cricket 19 has a different art style. It basically looks like a game. I do prefer Ashes 17 style a little more, but Cricket 19 is actually a really good looking game. It's just that some basic things have been messed up, resulting in people thinking it's bad visually. Player models are terribly sized, looking way too small in relation to the ground. The game does look a little cartoony, which isn't a bad thing at all, but it might turn some people off. It's the effect of the Big Bash game released in 2018, which went for a full-on arcade look. 19 is bright, colorful, and with a high saturation level, the game just pops out. Lighting is as good as previous entries. I wouldn't say it's downright better, but sometimes it does look better. Shadows, for example, are no longer blurry, dark spots on the ground, rather sharp, crisp, accurate effects. The size of player models are problematic, but the detail on the models is actually quite impressive. Hair, eyes, facial hair all look more natural instead of looking like painted on structures. Grounds are beautiful and are actually accurate to real life, with lifelike dimensions, stands, structures, and sometimes even grass patterns. Pitches are very detailed, cracks and rough areas popping out as you play through a test match. Textures are believable. Maybe they could try to play with dust effects in future games, but 19 is no doubt solid in the graphics department. Don Bradman Cricket 17 looks stunning when the lights are on, but when you play a day game, it looks below average. The lighting engine here looks and feels like it's about 10 years old. Player models look okay when compared to other areas, but they could be so much better. Faces either have low quality textures or none at all. Players look like they're wearing badly made wigs or have eyes that look deader than dinosaurs. I mean, dolls have more life in their eyes. Grounds aren't anything special, they look generic. People sitting in those stadiums, believe it or not, look even worse, looking like cardboard boxes at their best or colors on a wall at their worst. Shadows are good enough, but the game lacks polish that even previous games like DBC 14 had. As I said, night games is where the game looks its best. If you want to experience the game at its best visually, stay far away from day games. Kits look average too, bats, pads, gloves all look like they're made of clay. Helmets do look good at times. Pitches look different depending on the time of day, they deteriorate accurately, but they underdeliver massively when it comes to lighting and textures. Ashes Cricket 2017 was a major improvement from DBC 17. Player models have come from potato faces to lifelike, licensed players have great likenesses. The game for the first time in Big Ant Studios history has fully licensed England and Australian teams, both men and women. As I said, player likeness is great, but it's just the two teams that have licensed players, so the game looks good no matter the time of day because of how improved the lighting is. Textures have come a long way too, and it's not just player models. Grounds look better, stadiums look good, crowds look better. People don't look completely like cardboard boxes, rather they look and act like human beings, at least a little. Stumps have LEDs lighting off every time the bails are dislodged, which adds to how good the game looks. Shadows are sharper, jerseys are designed better. The biggest improvement here is definitely textures. Texture pop-ins are very rare. Visually, Big Ant Studios have improved a great deal considering DBC 17 and Ashes 17 came out within a year and a half. When you go with the broadcast camera, you'll sometimes feel like you're watching an actual match on your television. Well, I think Cricket 22 is the winner once again, but not by all that much. Ashes 17 and Cricket 19 still give 22 some competition, but just going from previous generation of consoles to the next makes a huge difference. On the base Xbox One, the difference is even smaller, but even then 22 does look better. Well, we have come to an end for today. Many of you watch my videos regularly but haven't subscribed yet. Please do so, it helps out a lot. Thanks for watching, like, share, comment and all that. Have a great day wherever you are.
Yep.
No point running for that one. That was 4 off the bat. Beautiful shot off the front foot.